More than 2 months after leaving San Diego, it was time to say goodbye to Monkstown and head to New York for a few days. We packed up, hit the airport, and pretty soon we were approaching New York. We dumped our bags at the Lucerne Hotel and went directly with Shane and the boys to the New York Athletic Club's place at Travers Island in New Rochelle. There we had mega swimming and eating and saw Ryan do his first dive off the diving board.
Start spreading the news.
However, we had to employ the old Face app to keep Ryan awake on the ride back into the city for dinner.
Do a smile.
The following day we had a very pleasant lunch with Bill and Randy, and later had a superb dinner with Shane at Nougatine. Early the next day we ventured into the New York subway in rush hour. That was a bit of a shock, and went down to the 9/11 Museum and the Freedom Tower, which weren't open the last time we visited the site. As you'd expect, the Freedom Tower affords magnificent views of New York. And one cannot not be moved by the waterfalls of the 9/11 Memorial, marking the shapes and locations of the original buildings and surrounded by the names of the dead. The museum itself, showing the exposed foundations of the original buildings, is very moving and well done. We saw the biographic pages of the two people we knew who perished, Dwight Darcy and Paul Battaglia, a classmate of Shane's. We avoided the subway trauma and met Susan and the boys in Morningside Park.
Look, he's throwing the wiffle ball now. He's just throwing wiffle balls everywhere.
Amongst other things, Griffin was introduced to George, the famous white
Say,
pigeon.
if you say, "Come here, George," and if he comes, that's a good sign. Oh, look at that. Whoa. What you say. And who are you, please?
I am Griffin.
No, you are Niall.
No, I am not.
Then we had our granny photo ops.
Look at that. Wow, nice jobs. Ryan, is that Granny's football under the table there? Do you know, is that Granny's?
This is just a black dog volleyball.
Final view of Central Park and final storytelling.
He had to leave the room. Why? Where did he
Go
go?
to the girls' bathroom.
Oh my God. One door said boys, one door said girls. Look at that, Ryan. Do you know what? He couldn't read. He opened the wrong door. Look, he's going into the girls' place. Oh my God.
Later we had a jar in a local pub. And then a magnificent gelato before settling in for the night. A final lunch with Shane, off to Kennedy, and at 8 p.m. June the 22nd in San Diego, our 72 days of French and Irish travel ended.